Yeah. Have them. Oftentimes we hate having conflict. It's just human nature. We rather have peace and everybody getting along and things going smoothly, unless I guess you're a 2-year-old and you're contrarian, you want to have conflict about everything. But most adults like the idea of having streamlined operations, streamlined communication, and the ability to navigate turmoil in a very resolution-oriented way. And in our organization, we call this having the pink elephant conversation. So oftentimes when there's an issue, whether it's a personnel issue, a systems issue, a business partnership issue, there's conflict of some sort, it's preventing us from really growing and scaling and having the type of culture that we're interested in having. And sometimes because we avoid conflict, we will brush things under the rug. And we call this not having the pink elephant conversation. And the pink elephant conversation is saying, hey, you and I are on the same team. We want the exact same thing. This activity, this personality, this attitude, this system, this partnership is hurting us. I don't know that I have the entire solution. I have some ideas about how we can resolve it, but can we get on the same page? Because I want to win, and I want to win faster, and I want to win with less drama. And so the faster we address this pink elephant, the faster we can move on and win faster, which is what everybody wants to do anyways. And I think sometimes we shy away from high conflict or potentially high conflict conversations because we think that it's adversarial. Like we're going to be sitting across the table from somebody and we're going to have opposing opinions. But what I have found is you can actually really align with the vision. So this is where we're going. This is what we want to achieve. This is how we've already agreed that we're going to get there. And this one thing is blocking us. So let's put it on the table. Let's identify it. Let's discuss it. Let's solve it, which is an EOS methodology. And let's move on. Let's agree on a new sacred agreement and move past it. With us, we kind of view it like a triangle. I'm not big on compromise. I don't like the word compromise, but there is you having a perspective over here and I have a perspective over here. If we go right towards each other, all we're doing is we're compromising. But if we say, okay, there's something greater at play, there's value in your perspective and there's value in my perspective, what can we take of each of our strengths and each of our perspectives to come up with a new agreement on how we're going to resolve this and operate it? And that's coming up with a new sacred agreement. And when you have that sacred agreement, you're saying this is our standard moving forward and we're agreeing to do it. And then you proceed with that new sacred agreement and make those adjustments within your organization. If someone violates that same sacred agreement, then that's another pink elephant conversation because you may have the wrong person in the wrong seat. They don't really understand the vision, or they have maybe selfish motivations for operating or aligning with you that is just going to be weeded out. So I think it's really critical to have the pink elephant conversation sooner rather than later so that you can move past something. I think also if we liken this to personal relationships, if you're not aligned with your life partner, wouldn't you rather know that sooner rather than later? And same in business. If I'm not aligned with my team or I'm not aligned with my business partner, wouldn't we rather have that conversation sooner rather than later instead of building something on a faulty foundation, which is essentially what we do when we don't have the pink elephant conversations.